Bonjour and welcome. Are you ready to take your very first steps into the beautiful French language? Well, you're in the right place. This is for absolute beginners, so we're going to take it nice and slow and make sure everything is super clear. So, parlez-vous français? Do you speak French? Even if your answer right now is non, or maybe just a little bit, that is totally okay. That's about to change. We're going to give you some really practical phrases you can start using right away. So, in the next few minutes, we're going to get you comfortable with talking about daily life, asking some simple questions, and even understanding real-world French schedules. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. First up, describing your day. Now, to do that, we're going to need some words, right? So let's learn a few key phrases for the kinds of things you might do every single day. Okay, our very first phrase is to listen to music. In French, that sounds like this. Écouter de la musique. Why don't you try saying it with me? Écouter de la musique. That was great. All right, next up, to play with friends. Let's give it a go. Jouer avec ses amis. Did you notice that soft J sound at the beginning? It's almost like the S in the word pleasure. Jouer. Let's say the whole thing one more time. Jouer avec ses amis. Here's one you will definitely use all the time. To go home. Let's try it. Rentrer à la maison. It literally means to return home. Rentrer à la maison. And for our last one in this section, to play together. It's jouer ensemble. And just like that, you've already learned 4 key phrases to talk about your day. You're building your French vocabulary. Okay, so we've got some phrases down, but, how do we actually ask about them? Let's move on to asking questions. It's such a fundamental skill, and in French, there's a really simple trick to get the hang of it.
The easiest way to ask a simple yes or no question is by using this kind of magic phrase, est-ce que, right at the start of a sentence. It works just like a formula. You pop est-ce que at the beginning, add your subject, and then just finish with the verb. It is a fantastic shortcut.
So for example, if you want to ask, does she eat? You just say, est-ce qu'elle mange? See how que and elle squish together to become qu'elle? So, with that in mind, how would you ask, do they play together? Think about it for a second. You'd say, est-ce qu'ils jouent ensemble? See, the formula just works. Okay, now for something incredibly practical. Reading schedules. Whether you're trying to catch a train in Paris or just checking class times, this is a skill you will definitely need. Let's see how we can figure them out. So let's take a look at Stéphane's schedule. On lundi, that's Monday, he has a congé, which is just a day off. Then on samedi, or Saturday, at 10 o'clock, he's at the gym. And on dimanche, Sunday, it says souper chez ses parents, that's dinner at his parents' house. Sometimes you'll find these really important notices attached to schedules. This one, avis de modification de service, simply means service change notice. The key is just to spot these big header phrases. They tell you exactly what the notice is all about. And here's the crucial detail from that notice. It says the bus n'arrête pas on Terret Avenue. That little ne pas structure is how you say something does not happen in French. So n'arrête pas means does not stop. That is a really useful pattern to look out for. You'll also find information shown visually, like in this pricing chart for yoga classes. So a 1 trial class is $10, and 1 month unlimited is $125. The trick here is just recognizing the keywords right next to the numbers. All right, let's imagine for a second that we're on a street in a French-speaking city. It's time to talk about finding your way. We're just going to look at a simple scenario for getting from point A to point B. So, let's say your starting point, your lieu de départ, is la piscine, which is the swimming pool, and your destination is l'hôtel de ville, that's City Hall. So when you ask for directions, these are the key locations you'd be listening for in the answer. Okay, I think it's time to test your knowledge. Let's put everything we've just covered into practice with a fun little quiz. I'm going to introduce you to 3 new people. Let's meet Max, Rose, and Canner. Go ahead and take a moment to look at the fun facts about each of them. I'm going to ask a simple yes or no question, and your job is to answer oui or non. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, first up is Max. The question is, est-ce que Max danse la salsa le mardi soir? So, take a look at the info. Does he dance salsa on Tuesday evenings? Oui or no? The answer is oui! Yes, he does. We know from our information that he dances salsa on Tuesday evenings. Fantastic. Let's try the next one.
All right, next question is all about Rose. Est-ce que Rose va au travail à vélo? Does Rose go to work by bike? What do you think?
No! The information in the chart doesn't say anything at all about Rose riding a bike to work. We just know that she plays video games. Well done! You are paying really close attention.
You did an absolutely wonderful job. You can now use what you've learned to describe activities, ask questions, and read schedules. So, my very last question for you is, what are you doing today? Try to answer it in French using the phrases we've learned. Keep practicing, and you'll be speaking with confidence in no time.